بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين أما بعد. Brothers and sisters, our praise belongs to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for granting us the opportunity to come to His house. We ask Allah to accept our ibadah, forgive our shortcomings. We ask the Almighty Allah to grant us the khair of this day and protect us from all types of evil. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam describes the worst person walking on the face of this earth. An action that is committed by him makes him closer to shaitan, away from Allah and away from people. And that is the category in the hadith and the Quran. The name of this category of individual or this type of individual is an-namam, an-namimah. An-namima is one of the great sins that is found in society, which corrupts the entire society. What is an-namima? An-namima is to have gossip over other people's affairs. The informer of information, exchanging information, بِنِيَّةِ الْإِفْسَادِ أَوِ الْفَسَادِ. When you are exchanging information of one area to another area with the intention of creating a dispute between the two parties. This person said this about you, he said this about you, or she said this about you. Now, of course, you have all sorts of people in the world. Hasan al-Basri rahimahullah, someone came to him, and of course, scholars are the greatest target. On the day of judgment, Allah Azza wa Jal will call those people who badmouth about scholars and a'immas. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will tell them that I saw something inside this person, and that's why I put my knowledge inside him and not inside you. And who gave you the authority to badmouth them? If we don't agree with something, if we don't like something, because agreement of ours as a layman has no value in the Islamic perspective. As a layman, our knowledge is very limited. So for us to say something in regards to something that we don't have a knowledge of, it is going beyond the limits. When we say something, if the affairs of the world, then it's something that it's not that aggressively taken. But when we talk about the deen of Allah and the people of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala who Allah has given ilm to, then it becomes a serious situation. Because in that situation, you are not directly attacking that individual, but you are attacking the decision of Allah for choosing him for the ilm of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So that's why it becomes a little bit more sensitive, a little bit more aggressive. So someone came to Hasan al-Basri rahimahullah, and he said to Hasan al-Basri that so-and-so person or such and such individual said so-and-so thing about you. So Hasan al-Basri looked at him and he said, he only threw an arrow and you brought that arrow and you started to stick that arrow on my chest. He only threw that arrow. But what you did, you were in that gathering, you picked up that arrow and you came to me and then you made sure that that arrow stabs me. So this is why if someone is talking something about someone, then first of all, we should not be part of that gathering. And if someone has said something regarding someone, then it is not our duty that we go and we tell him, okay, that brother or this individual or that gathering or that category of people are saying this thing about you or that thing about you. Why? Because this will create dispute, and shaitan is the greatest worker when it comes to all of this. This is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, Shiraru ibadillah, the worst people amongst the servants of Allah, the worst person walking on the face of the earth. Who is this person? Al-masha'una bin namima, al-mufarriquna bayna al-ahibba. The one who walks with namima, the one who walks with information and exchanges it with the intention of creating fasad. And Rasul sallallahu alayhi wasallam said, their intention is what? Al-mufarriquna bayna al-ahibba, is to create dispute between two loving people. Two people who have no differences. But this third person came who exchanged some of this information, and that made the relationship sour between two individuals. Unfortunately, my brothers and sisters, and I'm very sad to say this, but this is something that is heavily found in our communities, in our families, in our homes. And this one act, it is sufficient to destroy the entire flock. Allama Dhahabi mentions, rahimahullah, a hikayah, a story in Al-Kaba'ir, that back in the days when they used to sell slaves in the market like they sell everything else, there was a person who was selling a slave in the market, and he said that, I swear by Allah, this slave has no faults. He has no deficiency except that he is a namam. He has a habit of exchanging information and creating dispute between people. So this person, he took this act very lightly, and he says, okay, that's fine. As long as he's got many other qualities, that one thing that is bad, I can live with it. So he purchased this slave, he brought him to his house. Few days later, the slave went to the wife and said, you know, your husband is involved with someone else in relationship, and he is going to, go and marry her. So the wife became worried. What's going to happen now? So he said, let me give you an idea. At night, when your husband is gone to sleep, shave his beard off, so the next day when he goes to get married with that girl, she rejects him. So that's a good idea. So then this person went to the husband and he said, oh my master, your wife, she is involved with another person in relationship, and at night she's going to come and attack you and kill you. She's going to come and attack you and kill you. So make sure you don't go to sleep. You keep your eyes open. So he's already done the work over there, and now he's made the husband aware. Now at night, the wife is coming to shave the beard off with a blade, and the husband is thinking that the wife is going to attack me and kill me. So husband grabs the knife and he kills his own wife. And what happened? That's that one quality. That's that one bad habit of exchanging information of fasad ruined the entire family. Ruined the career for the entire family. The life is lost. So this one quality is enough to destroy the entire flock, entire community. This is why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam put a stop on this immediately. Why? Because if it is found in the community, then it's going to destroy the entire community. And that is an-namam, the person who walks with exchanging information with the intention of creating dispute. On the flip side to this, the person who fixes relationship by sharing information even though they do not exist, Allah makes him his beloved. You go to someone, he said, you see that there are two people, they have a very, difficult relationship between themselves, and you go and you exchange, that brother, he was saying so many good things about you. What happens? Immediately the muhabba of that person comes into my heart. Now whatever I had, whatever experience I had, oh, did he say that about me? That's good. Next time if I meet him, I will say salam to him. Next time if I meet him, I will meet him with a smile. And then by exchanging that information, you are bringing people together. And this act is the most beloved in the sight of Allah Azza wa Jal. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us from the ladders and not from the formers. And we ask Allah to accept our efforts. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. And protect us all. Ameen ya Rabbal Alameen. Jazakum Allahu khairan. Subhanallah wa bihamdi. Subhanaka Allahumma wa bihamdika. Wa nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.